of tea. I love the jabber jive and it loves me. Coffee and tea and the jabber and me. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, a cup. Boy. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Well, hey, look at that. We've got all the windows installed and everything. All right. What else is going to go wrong? Hi, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. How the heck are you? Yeah, this is Coffee with Lavender. I am the Lavender Lady, Diana Clarion. And with me, we have the one, the only, the brilliant, the beautiful Kate Farr, Bionic Dance. Hello, my love. How are you?
I'm a little on the tired side. I spent some of yesterday throwing axes. It's kind of fun. There's this place where they give you these hatchety things and you throw them at targets. And before a half hour had passed, I was pretty consistently hitting the center. So I think I'm gonna, well, like I have an axe on order now and I might try to join a league. But it did wear me out just a smidge, and I didn't sleep well because the cats were waking me up, so we'll see how long I last today.
Oh, my, oh,
Sounds like
my.
fun.
It was fun, yeah. I actually have video of it. It's pretty
Yeah, why don't you
nifty.
show?
All right. Let me pull something up here. Let me get the VLC media player going.
All
And
right.
let's see, where's the one that was. There we go. Okay, there's a couple in the one I'm about to show where I miss, but, well, I mean, not miss exactly. I hit the wrong spot. All right, let's share a window. But there's also a lot of bullseyes in this one. So, here. Bullseye! That's my dad speaking, if you hear that. Also,
Alrighty.
at this point, I was kind of sweaty, so my hair gets messed up. Like seriously, the front bits there just look sort of iffy. But like, look at that. Yeah.
Doesn't look that
But
bad.
here we go. Like I'm not gonna hit with this one either. Well, okay, the next two I don't hit with very well. But after that, another bullseye.
Can you eliminate your music? What? Can you take the music out?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I can actually edit out the music. I want to put these videos up on YouTube. But the music could be a problem.
Maybe take out the sound altogether and then put some other thing on the background.
See, check that out. So I spent a bunch of time doing that yesterday, and yeah.
Well, nice way to spend an afternoon, right?
See, so yeah, don't challenge me to an axe fight. Oh yeah, this is where I try to throw at those little blue circles. I did actually hit those a couple of times.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go. So yeah,
Just a
I
little
spent a
low, but
lot of
what the hell?
yesterday doing that. I got pretty decent at it by the end. And so they were talking about how there's leagues and tournaments and shit. It sounds like fun. And also, it'll be a good way to meet new people.
There you go. Why not, right?
Yeah. So, aside from having a very adorable kitty on my lap right now, that's kind of my day.
Sounds like a good day.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Axe throwing Pittsburgh. Oh, geez, I can find three. I've found three places for axe throwing here already.
Nice. I have to come up with a suitably serial killer name for my axe. Yeah, like in Seattle, I had a pool cue that I called Gertrude. It seemed like the kind of thing that, like Jeffrey Dahmer would have named his weapon or whatever.
Okay, then.
So I thought it'd be fun, to have sort of a serial killery name for my axe.
Yeah,
Just,
sure, why not?
because I'm that kind of weirdo.
Yeah, you are. No argument there.
Ah, yes, that's another one where I hit pretty well. Let me get this. And Okay, let's see if I can share this one. Unfortunately, my dad was shooting these with his phone, and so some of them are just not great. But
Just a second. Yeah, believe it or not, that little bit will make a difference.
because they give you coaches, you see, there's a coach who teaches you how.
Okay, then. Yeah, I'm seeing around here anyway, all of the axe throwing places are in the suburbs.
Well, I mean, Burlington and South Burlington they have suburbs, but a lot of, I mean, there isn't really an herbs to go with it. Not really.
So
I
they just
mean,
have
it's a
subs.
city technically, I'm sure, but it's small, very small.
Okay, now this is very okay. I'm not sure what I think about this one. We have the
Hmm?
3 area locations: Cranberry, Millvale, and Mount Lebanon. Cranberry has a full service bar, Millvale has a full service bar, Mount Lebanon has a beer and wine bar. Do you really want ethanol around axes flying through the air?
Well, the place I went is called Burley Axe, and they have a bar as well, and apparently they serve mead. There you can
Okay.
also, if you want to, wear Viking helmets.
All right.
I'm not kidding.
I guess it works, right? Why
Hmm?
not?
Throwing in sharp object, mixing alcohol. That sounds like a great combination.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the way they teach you to do it, there's very little likelihood of hitting yourself with the axe. I mean, you'd have to really fuck up to hit yourself with the axe.
I'm talking about the person on the next stall over.
Oh, well, they put up these like chain link fences between the stalls.
Okay, okay, that helps.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyway,
Moo.
I don't know. The coach there was saying that the folks who show up, it's not just like lumberjacky mountain men who like to go to the tournaments. It's a little bit of everybody.
Okay.
But how cool would it be to meet an axe throwing lesbian?
Yeah, you have a point there.
Yeah, I gotta wear that shirt that says I don't know how to flirt, but if you want to argue, I'm here.
Axe throwing lesbian. That's what you should wear while you're throwing axes.
That does sound like a good shirt.
Oh my. There we go. Oh, Minnow's here. Hi,
Oh,
dear. How you doing?
we never did actually introduce Mage.
Oh, we never did. I am so sorry. Yes, in the other seat we have the one, the only, the brilliant, the beautiful Mage Gray Wolf. Hello, dear. How
Hey,
are you?
good. I've been keeping myself incredibly busy, which
Oh
is kind of
my.
surprising for somebody who's unemployable and is a shut-in. Makes me wonder if it's maybe society and not me.
Okay. Oh my, and look here. I see Shadow Kitty. I see. Well, I saw Grey Gartwick, and I saw Minnow. Yay!
And imagine we're mildly interesting.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can retain the audience.
Yeah, we can give that a try. Okay ish, maybe. I don't know. I have to figure that one out yet.
Yeah, well, it was because of this axe throw. I gotta see if I can find something like Amp here. Because I did that when I was like pretty, I don't know, what was I, a teenager in my 20s, whatever. It was fun. I want to do it again. I think it's going to be more fun than doing, like, say, the lightsaber dueling club. Because it's basically just kendo with a lightsaber aesthetic, with a Star Wars aesthetic. And I wasn't into it.
Okay.
So,
Now, is that the one where you pay $500,000 for a lightsaber?
well, yeah.
Okay, I was just curious, that's all.
I mean, you don't have to. There are dueling sabers that are cheaper, but I wanted the one that had like the onboard sound chip and the ability to like customize everything,
Okay,
color
yeah.
and the sounds, all of it. The part that was funny to me was how the folks selling the lightsaber, they kept insisting how difficult it was to manipulate all the effects. And I was looking at the interface and I was like, but this just looks like editing video. There's nothing different here. It's like just adjustments over time. And they were like, no, no, it's really hard. And when I finally got the saber, I was like, this is the easiest thing in the world. The only thing is that the interface isn't great.
Okay.
It's just it was weird to me how everyone assured me it was going to be difficult.
Well, maybe it's just the practice you've had with doing animation.
Yeah, yeah.
So Shadow Kitty loves the Romper Room Magic Mirror thing, huh? I'll have to try to remember to do that.
What?
Oh, the Romper Room person would hold up the magic mirror and I see Bobby and I see Barbara and I see,
Oh,
yeah,
I see. Okay, it's the introductions. Gotcha.
yeah.
All right. I haven't seen Romper Room since the 70s.
Not sure if I've ever seen Romper Room.
I don't even know if it's still out there. Is it still out there?
Eh. It would shock me, honestly, if it was.
Romper Room is an American children's television. Oh, was franchised and syndicated from 1953 to 1994.
Yeah. I'm actually a little surprised it lasted that long. And I'll be honest, most of what I saw on the channels where we got things like that, namely PBS, seemed to be reruns.
Okay.
I mean, I guarantee you I saw the same episode of Sesame Street more than once.
Yeah, easily.
You know. And of course, the Electric Company. And
Oh,
321
yeah.
Contact.
That one I don't remember much of. I mean, I saw a few Electric Company episodes, but the 321, I'm not familiar.
I think you would have liked it actually better than the others.
Okay.
It was very sciency.
I mean, I was a little out of their audience, but
True, but I still think you would have liked it if you
yeah.
watched any of them. I think you would have liked it best.
I mean, it didn't stop me. I mean, I loved watching Fred Rogers.
Hmm.
Yeah, like I say, it's unfortunate. I lived within a couple of miles of him for years, and I never got to meet him.
Well, I really never saw too many Seattle celebrities, and I lived there for like 20 years. I
Move
think
beef.
the only one I saw, God, what was that guy's name? Like, very famous gay activist dude. Why am I blanking? Oh, but I did run into Phoenix Jones twice.
Now, who is that?
The superhero dude.
Okay.
Yeah, he dressed up as a superhero and apparently really did try to fight crime. I don't think it went very well for him, but he did.
Moo.
I mean, I guess technically every superhero is really a vigilante when it comes right down to it, unless they get like deputized or something, made official. Every superhero is a vigilante.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've often described Batman as a vigilante furry.
Well, I don't know. Would he have been a vigilante? I mean, he was in pretty tight with Commissioner Gordon there.
Yeah, he was a vigilante.
Yeah,
In fact, they even
but
call him a vigilante.
Oh, they do. Okay, okay.
yeah. I don't know. Vigilante is a weird word when you really think about it. I mean, I guess they're being vigilant, but
Hmm. Well, hello, Bloggerty Shmoo. I've got to figure out here. And what is that?
I don't know.
Or room or something. Okay. Dayukorostu.
For some reason, I'm reminded of that fish, the Hawaiian fish that has that really fucked up name, or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about
Phenomena?
mahi?
No, I'm talking about a fish that has a very, very, very long name. Let's see. Hawaiian fish with a long name. There we go. Oh geez. Come on, where is it? Here we go. It's Humu Humu Nukunu Kuapua, or something like that. It's spelled HUMUHUNUNUKUNUKUAPUA.
All right then.
It's like the official state fish or something.
Yeah, selected as in 1984. There was no re-election campaign, which resulted in the, I will never be able to pronounce this in a million years, permanently being established as Hawaii's official state fish in 2006.
Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let me see if I got this here. Yikes. Okay, hold on. It's very quiet video for some reason, but I can try to share it. Yeah, that's the one. All right.
Humu humu nuku nuku apuaha. Humu humu nuku nuku apuaha.
All right. That's how you pronounce it. But yeah, I told you it's a fish with a long ass name. So, and very not mahi mahi.
Yeah, huh?
Just saying.
I've eaten mahi mahi. Pretty good.
Never been the biggest fan of seafood myself, although I do like crab legs.
Oh my! I have not had seafood in way too long.
Okay.
I am gonna have to think about finding a place to go and get some.
So you're gonna find Nemo?
Yeah, huh?
I don't know.
Well,
I likes me a good California roll, I does.
I like eel.
Really?
I've not had eel.
Yeah.
I've not had eel.
Eel sushi is my favorite sushi.
I don't know. I make it a policy to try to not eat anything that looks like an alien that could eat my face. Granted, crabs do kind of look that way, but eels just have that creepy ass look to them, you know?
Oh, they don't look that way when I'm eating them.
Well, I don't know. They're just, it's weird. Like, I'm told it's a little bit of an autism thing, not eating certain things, maybe because of how they look or the name of them or all kinds of stuff like that. And I mean, it's true. A lot of the things I won't eat seem kind of irrational even to me, but I know that something about them just gives off a royal ick. I don't know.
I think one thing I probably
it bites
wouldn't
off your
eat
face and you bleed
would be
all over the
roaches.
place, that's amore. Anyway,
Sorry, what were you saying, Mage?
I probably wouldn't eat a roach.
Yeah, with ya.
At least not intentionally.
I don't think I'd eat one of the like what a cicada either.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I wouldn't eat any insect if I could help it.
I don't
I
know.
I would be willing to try roasted tarantula.
Really?
Yeah.
Roasted tarantula. Okay.
I don't know. If we're gonna talk about stuff that's roasted, roast suckling toddler.
Yeah, now we're talking.
I mean, we are atheists over here, most of us. I figure, hey, it's time to start with the baby eating. I haven't done any of it yet.
It's past noon already.
Ah,
Eating deep fried tarantula in Cambodia. Gordon Ramsay. Okay.
isn't that the chef dude that yells everybody?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Hmm. There's actually a British sitcom I really like called Chef, and he yells at everybody, and I think it's much funnier. Ugh, mushrooms. I want like the only way I will ever be convinced to eat a mushroom is if it's the psychedelic sort.
Okay.
Just something icky about mushrooms.
I like mushrooms.
Trying to think if there's anything I eat that other people would like. Most people would go no, 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 no. But I don't know.
I'm not big on olives.
I love black olives. Green olives, not so much, but black olives, yum.
Tasty and yummy.
Really, about the only olive thing I like is olive oil.
Mmm. Although you can't eat olive oil or Popeye will beat you up.
Yeah, huh?
But, like, I know some folks who absolutely refuse to eat avocado. I used to, but that was mostly because of that experience with the lobster that time. But I really like guacamole now.
Oh, well then.
I remember Seth Andrews saying he hates avocado
I don't know what
or
it is about
guacamole.
it. There's
Uh,
something yummy about avocados. I like them on sandwiches too.
Okay.
I
Uh,
mean, obviously it has to be the right kind of sandwich. I'm not having avocado and peanut butter, but still.
oh, you're no fun.
Avocado goes well with like pastrami and cheese
Oh,
and
really?
pesto. Goes really well with pesto.
I've had an
my.
avocado egg sandwich before. That's
Hmm,
pretty decent.
that could work. Although, I gotta tell you, not a fan of egg yolks. They're very acrid and grody. Mind you, that's if they've been like hard boiled or whatever. I actually love eggs that are sunny side up, for example.
Okay.
Actually, I find the egg yolk to be the most flavorful part.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean it's good flavor. I mean, flavorful usually just means there's a lot of it. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the tasty part.
I think it's the tasty part.
Well, you can have mine then.
I have several people in my family who feel the same way as you do.
Now, I will say the one circumstance under which I will eat like egg yolk, now, mind you, it's usually soft boiled in ramen, but, sometimes they don't soft boil it completely, and there's a bit of, or rather, they boil it too much for too long, and there's bits of the icky,
Yeah.
acrid, grody bits in there, but I'll
Yeah.
eat it because the rest of the soup works, it works in concert with the rest of the soup.
How about deviled eggs?
Not 100% certain what they are.
Basically, you take the egg yolk, you whip it up, mix it with some spices, and put it back into the egg.
Nope, not gonna do it. Closest I will do to that is scrambled eggs.
Okay. Yeah, I actually had ramen, actual ramen, once. Was a ramen restaurant in the College District of Pittsburgh, and I rather liked it. It was good.
Well, did you get
Pricey.
it with the? Did you get it with the black smoked garlic? You'd know if you had.
I don't
Black
think
smoked
so.
garlic is really good stuff. I've only ever seen it in ramen, and it is tasty. Like, I don't know what it is about it, but the black smoked garlic, yum 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 yum.
Yeah, I've heard of the black garlic, and it sounds like something I would like. Yeah, but I don't think I had it with the stuff there. That was when I went for the treadmill tests, the cardiac tests. Yeah, that's the other thing. Thank me for reminding me. Tomorrow I need to call and work out stuff with getting a meeting between my post-surgery caretaker, me, and the transplant center. Once I've done that, then they'll actually put me on the list. They've cleared me for it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I
I've passed all the prerequisites except that one.
Well, that's better than the way it was sounding. The way it was sounding before was like, until you have all that stuff in place, they won't even consider you, is what it sounded like.
Oh, okay. I think I see where you're coming from.
But
Yeah.
it sounds like once you're considered for the list, they tell you, okay, start the prep now.
Yeah, huh? Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess they want us in the same room because they don't trust me. They want to make sure I've got somebody.
So, speaking of like transplants and organs and shit, did you hear what happened to Anne Heche?
Who is this?
Okay, you remember when there was this big whole thing about Ellen DeGeneres being a lesbian way back in the day and she was going out with Anne Heche?
I'll take
Okay,
your word
whatever.
for it. I'll take your
Actress.
word.
And she apparently got completely plastered and drove her car into someone's home where there was a gigantic fire. She got a lot of burns and also a brain injury that effectively left her brain dead. So they've been keeping her on life support long enough for organ donation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's probably, like, honestly, given what I've heard about the burns, it was probably for the best she didn't recover, but even so, kind of stinks.
Hmm.
And she's only 53, for fuck's sake.
Died August 12th.
Yep.
Oh my. Yeah, there are fates worse than death.
There are. Yep. Like being forced to live in New Jersey.
Yeah, okay.
Living in Texas.
Being William Shatner.
There you go.
Now.
Oh, da berosta matradayeke.
Oh, so they only switched her off today. I wasn't sure. Like, I remember there have been times where they've taken someone off of life support like that, and then they just end up surviving.
Oh,
Like, maybe
man.
not recovering, but the life support, like turns out to have been redundant.
Yeah, huh?
So, also, did you hear about Salman Rushdie?
Yeah.
I mean, wow, right? Dude, like I'm a little fuzzy on the details, but it sounded like he got stabbed.
15 times.
15, yowza. I also heard that he might lose an eye.
Oh no, not good.
Yeah.
Not good.
I don't know how fucked up he is, but he was on a ventilator for a while. I know they took him off, and he's conscious and talking, but geez.
Why did you back up? Oh, in a game. Sorry.
Oh. And I was probably in my 20s before I realized his name wasn't Solomon Rushdie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I read just yesterday, I think it was, a statement by one of the Ayatollahs praising the attack on him.
Now, the part that I don't really don't like in the aftermath is that like J.K. Rowling said something like express sympathy, and some jihadist or whatever said, "Don't worry, you're next."
Oh,
And
jeez.
yeah, I know. And when someone says something like that, it makes it a lot harder to criticize her bullshit because now everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, so you support the jihadists or whatever?" And it's like, "Gee, fuck off," you know. You can criticize someone for being a wank without supporting the worst of the worst. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that did not help.
Oh my. Just don't worry, you're next. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Jesus.
well, you know. I mean, I don't approve of that. I'm not her fan by any stretch, but I don't approve of that.
Right.
But now, if I ever criticize a damn thing that comes out of that woman's mouth, I'm gonna have to deal with the people like the psycho Harry Potter fans who want to then paste me as a terrorist
Mm-hmm.
or paint me as a, you know, I'm like, it just makes it so much more difficult now.
I like her books. I don't like her takes. We'll say
Well,
that.
I hear she wrote a book where there's like a trans character who's a murderer now.
Uh,
Like she really stepped off the deep end.
sounds like it.
Ooh, football.
I'll just say I like her Harry Potter books.
Mm. You know, I find them difficult to reread now.
I've been stuck on the last one for the longest time.
Like I made it about halfway through book 5 and just felt like it was so dull. Like I couldn't do it again.
And I think the reason why I've been stuck on the last one was somebody seems to die in just about every chapter of that last book, and it was the book my dad was reading when he died.
Um,
So memories.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
I know nothing.
Well, we're aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually recently rewatched Faulty Towers, and I got to that episode where Manuel is keeping a secret for Basil, and he's like, "I know nothing," you know, like that.
Alrighty then.
It's weird. Half the time he doesn't sound Spanish; he sounds Italian.
Hmm.
I don't know. Fun show. I've got that sort of rotatey, spinny shelf thing for all of my movies and stuff, and I have a whole Britcom shelf.
Fun show. Isn't that Chinese interior decorating thing?
No,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know. Hmm. Got some stuff I should really, really rewatch. There's this thing. It was like a TV show that honestly I don't even remember its existence. That I just picked up because the discs were really, really, really cheap, and I figured, what the hell? It's called Star Hunter, and I remember it being good despite the production values. I really should take that off the shelf and watch it again.
Okay then. Good despite the
It's,
production values. That's yeah. That's a
well, there's a lot
glowing.
of shows like that. You
Yeah.
know. I mean, hell, there's people who even like the original Star Trek, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Can you
Hey,
imagine that?
I like the original Star Trek.
See what I mean?
Oh,
Well,
they
I
have,
mean, you have to admit, the production values on that are not really up to par.
yeah, that's true. Yes and no. I'd have to say Doctor Who would probably be a better candidate.
That's true. That's true. Although I have to say, I like the sort of kitschy look of the earlier series. The newer ones, I don't know. Now, my first encounter with Doctor Who was Tom Baker, and there was just something I don't know, kind of pleasing about how low budget it was. Kind of like the first couple of seasons of Red Dwarf before they started getting too big for their britches.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, after a while, they started getting all these special effects and they had a real budget, and it seemed like they were using that in place of good writing.
If I remember correctly, the original Star Trek for its time was actually fairly expensive.
Probably. I don't know. There are times I wish I could go back in time with like just the animation gear I have and offer my services to Hollywood. I mean, there's a lot of shows. I wonder, like, would they have done so much better if they'd had like an easier way to do what they were doing, like to do their special effects? Because if you watch the original Battlestar Galactica, you'll see them reuse footage constantly. And like I've only seen a little bit of Blake 7, but it's pretty clear that the spaceships are Xeroxes of the spaceship colored in with magic marker.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, if you watch it, it's like so obvious. But, people still love these things to death, a lot of these shows. And so I wonder what could be done with like, you wouldn't even need much of a budget just to have those things animated and look good. I don't know.
I don't know. I suppose you could do it with your rig.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, I could take the original Battlestar Galactica and make it look amazing.
Okay.
In fact, if I didn't have so many of my own projects, I'd even try. But actually, at this point, it's probably redundant. If you go out there and look on YouTube, someone's already done it. I guarantee it.
I saw a despecialized version of the Star Wars trilogy,
Okay.
and somebody basically recreated the original film, um, so it didn't have all the special little edition stuff in it. Did a pretty good job too.
I'll be honest, the thing, at least about the first movie, well, any of the ones where the Death Star blows something up or a Death Star gets blown up, that big stupid fucking ring they had to put around everything back in the like for like a decade, anything in space that exploded had to have a ring around it. And that is the thing that pisses me off most. I mean, that and Greedo shooting first, you know. But there are a lot of things that they did with the special effects that honestly were improvements.
I like this, though, that Bloggerty just said. Space helmets with no visors. Magnetic compasses used in deep space. Lol, it was wonderful.
Yes, Han shot first.
Yeah, huh?
Yep. Yes, he did. But well, like it's weird. It seems like Hollywood can't capture that same magic that there was back in the 70s and 80s. Like there was I think it's just because everything was so new. And like the marketing departments hadn't yet started writing everything based on focus groups. I think that's what it
Yeah.
was. Like, the only example I can think of that seems to capture that old magic is the Orville.
Basically, you had executives. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna give it a chance, and they don't do that anymore.
Yeah. I mean, there was some really good stuff back then that wouldn't see the light of day today. And they could do it really well today. I'm sure there's directors and writers out there who could do the job
yeah.
if they had the budget, if they were allowed to.
Oh, definitely, there are. They just don't hire them,
Well,
or they get stifled by the crap writers.
and it's weird because, like, marketing departments don't ever really seem to give a damn about the fans. And I think that's why a lot of things don't get the attention they ought to. But I will say that the Top Gun sequel was actually a worthy addition to the Top Gun mythos. It was.
I really gotta get around to seeing that.
Yeah.
Well, you're welcome, Bloggerty.
It's just that, like, um, they hit all of the right notes without it being just like shameless fan service the way the new Ghostbusters was.
Hmm.
You know, it's like they had callbacks to things without necessarily making it like feel like that elbow in the ribs of remember this? Huh? Remember this? You know? Plus they had the Top Gun anthem and that was one of the things I desperately wanted.
I probably have to rewatch the first ones before I watch this third one. Then
Um Probably. I almost wish I had because it did not occur to me that one of the characters had been mentioned in the first movie. And I just like forgot because it was in passing so much. You know, so it's like they if you had never seen the first movie, you actually probably could have enjoyed this one.
Hmm.
But I wish I had watched the first one just to remember, oh right, they did mention fill in the blank. You know.
Moo.
I'm just saying that they managed a certain kind of subtlety about it.
I wasn't usually the one that was a huge fan of Top Gun, but I had a friend who was, so I watched with them.
Well, I think I liked Top Gun so much because I loved Star Wars. The part of Star Wars I loved most was the dogfighting, was the spaceships, the fighters. I thought that was awesome. And granted, Top Gun didn't take place in space, but you know, it was the same basic idea, and
Yeah.
I loved that about it. But like a while back, for whatever reason, I guess I was on an 80s action movie kick. I watched Top Gun and Red Dawn back to back, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a right winger's wet dream right here. If you made this a double feature in the South, they would just be jizzing all over themselves watching it. I guarantee. It's so it's just it has that you know hoo-ah vibe to it. I don't know. You'd have to do it yourself to see what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Moo.
Yeah. It's funny though. I remember when the Cold War was winding down, and like everyone was trying to sort of smooth relationships over, like smooth relations with Russia and all of that. And so they made a movie called Ruskies, where it was like imagine if it was the Goonies, except they like or maybe E.T., except the person they're hiding is a Russian sailor who washed up on like the American coastline. It's like these three
Oh.
kids who are really into the military and really, really hate communists and all this stuff. And they end up making friends with a guy named Misha, who, by the way, is played by, I want to say it's Whip Hubley, who was in Top Gun, right? And, you know, so of course they have to learn to make friends with this guy despite their prejudices. It's that kind of movie, you know. And it also reminded me of this time there were like some Russian exchange students who came to my school at one point. It did one of those funky Russian dances that for some reason involved throwing daggers into the floor. You know, like you
Okay.
know those Eastern European things where for some reason knives are involved?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
good
no,
about
no.
that.
Yeah, it was just like that. And I remember being mystified by it because, like, I'm not sure I was even a teenager yet.
Would they even allow that in schools nowadays?
Oh, hell no.
Probably not. Foreigners with knives? I no.
This is interesting. Bloggerty says today's entertainment feels like it was made on a production line. No trace of human being in any of it.
It's true. It's true. And it's like I'm always saying that most of the characters in these movies today are bland. It's like they're just there to hold the guns. It's like watching someone else play a video game. It's the way I put it.
So it's not a bad thing that I don't see any movies or anything, huh?
No, it's a bad thing because you don't see the good ones either.
Well, they pretty much are made in a production line.
I mean, how many times have I mentioned a movie from, say, the 80s, when you were definitely around, and I do mean the 1980s, not the 1880s when you were, a toddler. And it's like you've never even heard of it, much less seen it. I had to buy you a copy of The Princess Bride, for fuck's sake. The Princess Bride. And you liked it. It's just that you don't go seeking out the good movies, apparently.
Oh, it was horrible. No, really. Yeah, it was.
There are some movies out there I really think you'd enjoy if you gave them a shot. Just saying.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I think about it and everything else, but for theaters and everything, I just don't have the spare change. Because what do they want for a theater movie anymore? $10?
Yeah. Matinees are often about 15 these days.
Okay, so I underestimated. Yes, I was in the right ballpark anyway, saying it's beyond my
Although,
means.
now I don't know what it's like anywhere else, but when I went to go see Top Gun, it was like a Thursday or a Tuesday or something, and it was a matinee, and it was something like $5, $6, $7 or something. It was less than 10.
Okay.
So, I mean, but that might just be a local thing. And it might also just be a post-COVID, we need butts on seats thing.
Okay then, yeah.
Yeah.
I miss the dollar matinees that my wife and I used to go to years and years ago.
Play an old movie and get in there for $1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to one of those before.
There was a theater here in Vermont, in the South Burlington area, that had the theater had 3 screens. And for something like 4 or 5 years, one of those screens perpetually showed Crocodile Dundee. I don't know why. There was even a time when the theater advertised, like they put a Christmas hat, a Santa hat on Crocodile Dundee and said, still playing here at Cinema 123. It's just like, okay, how strange. All right. I mean, I don't know if the owner just had this massive hard-on for Paul Hogan, or if they couldn't get first-run movies. I mean, because they would show other movies on the other 2 screens, but one screen was dedicated to Crocodile Dundee every day.
The owner's favorite movie? I don't know.
I
Maybe.
guess. I don't know. That's weird, because everyone's favorite movie should be Tron.
Dodobeleki.
I'm just saying.
But maybe they couldn't get hold of Rocky
Ernest
Horror
Goes
Picture
to
Show.
Camp. Now, Rocky Horror Picture Show is just something you show at midnight. You don't show that at a matinee or even prime time. No. Rocky Horror is at midnight with a cast. But, Ernest goes to camp, on the other hand.
Okay.
I actually don't think I've ever seen Ernest Goes to Camp.
You see, my not too knowing.
Trying to remember, did I or did I not? Let's see, IMDb, yeah, and me. Just looking at my own IMDb page here. I cannot remember if Jim Varney was dead yet. Yeah, he was. That's a shame. I worked on a video game based on a Disney movie, and Jim Varney was in it, but he was dead by the time they made the game. That's a shame. But at least I got to work. Well, technically, I never met her, but I got to work with Cree Summer and Claudia Christian, for that matter.
Okay.
For those of you who've watched Babylon 5, you know who Claudia Christian is. And for those of you who've watched almost anything animated in the last 30 years, you know who the fuck Cree Summer is. Even if you don't know who she is, you've heard her voice.
Moo.
Just saying. Hmm. Man, I feel like I just ate. Why am I hungry again? It's probably just I've been wearing myself out actually. Like I've been going up and down the Burlington bike path, and then there was the axe throwing. I've just been sort of like exercising a lot more than usual. Plus all the VR I've been doing.
Moo. Oh, God. I'm old.
We're aware.
Oh, God. Okay, we can.
Yes.
We can what?
Chicken butt.
Yes. Chicken butt, chicken tits. I don't know.
Chicken bone, lucky chicken bone.
Probably no, Burlington, Vermont. Um, I don't know. Doesn't seem very lucky for the chicken, does it?
True.
Ah, what was the name of that movie that was from?
I don't know. Doesn't sound familiar. It sounds like the kind of thing kids say on the playground.
It was about these two truckers. And they do this thing with a chicken bone, and that's where uh remember Voodoo 6?
Voodoo 6?
Yeah, he's a YouTuber.
No.
I think he goes by Uncle Voodoo now.
No.
He was one of the older atheists.
No.
Anyway, he had a whole thing about that from the military days. That's where he got his name from.
Oh. I would never have done well in the military. I'm too much of a wise ass and I'm too willing to talk back to people.
Yeah, I don't take orders very well.
Hmm.
You'd have been given a guided tour of Leavenworth. Yeah.
Not a whole big on the whole taking a job where or may be ordered to kill somebody either.
Yeah, if I'm gonna kill somebody, it's gonna be on my own initiative.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wait a minute.
All right, I'm gonna have some food. I have some pepperoni pizza in the refrigerator. You see,
Okay, then.
you gotta check the label carefully to make sure it's not pooperoni.
Yes. I have no idea what I want for dinner today.
I should consider buying some pepperoni just to snack on.
Oh, it works for that purpose, yes.
You know what's weird? I will snack on imitation crab. It's like pollock, but flavored to be like crab.
Yeah.
It's not bad for a snack. It's a bit spendy, though.
Oh, my.
I've also seen snack packs of nori, which is actually kind of nice because I would go out and just buy sushi paper, sushi nori, and snack on that. And it turns out you can just buy snack packs of it.
Yeah, I've actually seen that.
Yeah, I've had
It's
some of that
good.
before.
I like it.
Something I suppose I should get into eventually. If I can stand at the counter for more than half a minute without screaming in pain, get into some Japanese cooking.
You know, It doesn't have to be in pain for me to stand at the counter screaming.
Okay, I can believe that.
Oh, hello, Mr. Xander. Who decided he wanted my lap?
Meow.
Oh, I see what it is. You smelled the pizza.
Hey, you knew it couldn't be because he liked you, right?
Of course not. I'm holding the pizza just out of reach, and he's so obviously sniffing at it. You can see his little nostrils flexing.
You horrid person.
You should see what I make him do for kitty treats. Been trying to teach him to walk on his hind legs.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, Xander, you do not get to swipe at the pepperoni.
Yes, I do.
Oh, is that what it is? It's the sound of the bag that's attracting him. I have the pepperoni in like a Ziploc bag, or the pizza in a Ziploc bag.
Oh, so it's got to be those temptations or whatever they are,
That's
right?
what he thinks. Although I actually took those out of the bag and stuck them in a jar, and he doesn't come running unless I shake the jar now.
Horrible, horrible person.
Yeah, he so shamelessly begs. It's adorable.
Wasn't the ideal space for him to do this, but I was trying to get my bird to spin around.
Well, I can make Xander do that with a treat, that's for sure.
Oh, I'm just spinning my finger around over him.
It gets a yummy and tasty seed.
That's an almond slice.
Oh, okay.
So I've been taking the car out for drives, looking around for those places that I used to talk about.
Uh-huh.
Found a few of them, but the problem is I find roads but not destinations. Like, I've been down this road 1,000 times, but where the hell was I going?
Okay, okay, yeah.
I think I found one of these spots from my childhood on a map, but I'm not entirely certain because, things have changed.
Things haven't changed nearly that much as you might think because, well, it's Vermont, but some things are definitely different. No, like, I've asked my parents, where the hell did that building go? And they're like, yeah, that got demolished a while back and now it's that. I'm like, oh, so I was in the right place. It's just, it's not there anymore. There was actually something both my father and I remembered. It was like going down Route 7, going south. There was some train tracks that crossed the road, and there was this funky little like building, like to the side of the road, and we both remembered it, but it wasn't there. Um, it was weird because I could find it in Google Earth. Of course, the imagery was from years ago, so we looked it up, and it turns out that they had like picked up the building and moved it somewhere.
Oh, that's
So
weird.
we were both absolutely right about it being there, just not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I noticed the satellite image of my place. You saw on Google Maps is like 5 is 6 years old.
Hmm. They never did send the Google Earth car to a place where you could see my building where I'm living. They sent it nearby, but not actually there.
Okay.
It's kind of funny some of the things you can spot in Google Earth Street View, though. And apparently, there's a couple of street fights going on in some of them. And you can find the Google Earth car speeding often enough, too. You know those signs that have a digital readout that tells you how fast you're going?
Yeah, huh?
There's more than a few of them where the Google Earth car is going faster than that.
Oh my. Oh my, there we go.
There's one, I really wish I'd saved it. It came across like on Twitter the other day, and someone described it as looking like one of those old paintings where a lot of weird shit's going on, like like one of those sort of Sistine Chapel looking things where it's like people are fighting, but some people are lying on a couch and someone else has cooked a meal kind of shit. You know what I'm talking about? Where like there's just a lot going on.
Okay.
Like here.
Man, I really wish I'd saved that. Every now and then I'll find like an old timey car going by or something, you know. Something that looks very Model T-ish.
I've seen a few of those from time to time.
There was one, I think it was in Brattleboro or Bennington in Vermont, where it was like someone had this mock up of a nuclear missile or something. And they were towing it behind their truck. I think it was supposed to be some sort of protest. And apparently there's a bunch of superheroes in Street View. Let me see this whole site here. Oh, fucking Pinterest. I hate Pinterest so much. Never been sure, like, I've never seen the Google Earth car go by, but there was once when I saw the Apple Maps car go by. Oh, well. I wanted to try to find myself, but I don't have Apple. I don't want Apple. I will never have an iPhone if I can help it. So
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to check.
Now, several times I've seen the Google Street View car. Just recently, within the last 5 years or so, and a friend of mine actually made it into one of the shots.
Let's see here. I don't know. I kind of wish I'd noticed the car going by in time to, like, I don't know, strike a weird pose or flip it off or something.
Yeah.
There was once I got a chance to photobomb somebody. I saw them set their phone down. Like it was some chick and her friend wanted to take a photo, and so they set the phone down to get both of them with like a timer. And I was just there about to cross the street. And so I figured, oh, what the hell? And sort of like did this funky hands up in the air, standing on one foot, tongue out kind of thing. And, that when they went and looked at the picture, like she looked back at me and she goes, nice photo bomb. So, I mean, I'm glad they appreciated it because it could have been a moment of like, hey, fuck you. What the fuck you doing? It could have been one of those.
Mm-hmm.
It's always great when people have a sense of humor, especially a sense of humor about themselves.
Oh, absolutely. It's necessary. You can't laugh at yourself. What are you gonna do?
Well,
Have
if
everybody
you
else
don't
laugh
laugh
at you?
Yeah, if you don't laugh at yourself, the world will do it for you.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've known some people who take themselves so seriously, and it's like hard to deal with them. I don't know. All right, well, maybe I am thinking of Bennington. Because I definitely did not see what I was thinking of in Brattleboro. But Bennington doesn't seem like the kind of place that would have it at all. What the hell? Ah, well. There's one place I haven't been able to find where it just seemed like they had way too many baseball diamonds in one place. Like ever go past a place where there's 3 baseball diamonds out of nowhere,
Oh,
just
yeah.
like right next to each other,
Yeah.
and it's like, what the hell? Like, why do you need so many at once? I mean, that's weird, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, in the park that was close to the Slimy Bastard's house, they had, I think, 4 or 5 softball diamonds, and they were full all summer
Huh.
with the softball leagues going.
All right. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. Also, what the hell is the point of softball? I mean, like, why softball and not baseball?
Okay, I may or may not have this correct. I believe the original idea of softball was that it was to be an indoor sort of baseball.
Oh. I don't know. It always a little bothered me that, softball was always for the girls. That there was no, like female baseball.
Yeah.
That always bothered me for some reason. Kind of like field hockey,
Earliest known softball game was played in Chicago.
Like they don't have, like boy field hockey as near as I can tell.
1887. That's older than I thought.
George Hancock invented softball, allegedly.
Blargerty Schmoo, the slimy bastards is how Diana refers to her parents. They were not good people.
No, they were not at all good people. No, when they died, I did not feel grief. I felt relief.
Sport was called indoor baseball.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So they can maintain their skills during winter. Okay.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
So I wonder, like, how many pop flies ended up hitting the roof?
Yeah, there you go. I don't know because you've got to work to get a pop fly to get any altitude.
Oh, I don't know. I was at the minor league game here, and there were a couple that went straight the hell up.
Well, that's a regulation baseball that they're using.
Yeah, but still.
I mean, softballs are rather soft.
Hmm. I don't know. Still. You know what they really ought to have? I think this would be a fun sport. Spaceball.
There you go. Wait a minute. When you quit
And
NCG,
zero gravity baseball. How cool would that be?
that would be a shitload of fun. I bet you could get one hell of a home run going.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, I mean, with all those dimensions to play with, which direction would it go? You'd need like 9 outfielders.
I'm rather sorry about all this, Blargety, but I'm trying to remember you. You know, you mentioned NCG. I'm working to remember you, and I'm just not getting there.
I'm blanking on what NCG is.
New Covenant Group.
Oh,
It's the guy I used to work for some years ago. The preacher.
I don't know. Doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, I've got clobbered by more than one softball. Oh yeah.
And only a few of them weren't on purpose.
Oh my! Did you quit before or after the big argument about psychiatry?
I don't remember an argument about psychiatry. Or are you talking to Bloggerty there?
I'm talking to Blargety.
Oh,
I mean, I'm really sorry about that one. It's I'm sad about that one. Let's put it that way. Kind of hurt when they both seemed to think that mental health and psychiatry were all hoaxes and stuff.
well, I'm pretty sure mental health isn't a hoax. Some people actually do have that.
I ain't one of them, I'll tell you that. Oh my.
I don't know. I have mental health. I'm not saying it's normal. I just have it.
Okay then. Yeah, I see thumbnails of the shows from time to time, you know, with one or two viewers, and I'm trying to remember what his wife's name is. She's got that show called This and That. I see that one occasionally. Oh no, political Jesus. There's we had some definite differences, Jones and I. Politically, I remember at least one argument we had about the southern border. He's very, very right wing when it came to the wall.
Oh, that southern border.
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, my brain immediately defaulted to the border between North and South during the Civil War.
Oh, okay, okay.
I know, strange place for my brain to go, but still.
Yeah, moo.
Oh, I hate when, like, a community gets shattered by one stupid argument.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
happens all too often. Of course, don't get me started on the bullshit that was Atheism Plus.
Jeez.
Oh God.
Do not fucking get me started.
Oh jeez.
That was a bad idea.
Ugh, don't. Yeah.
A plus. Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I mean, like, I believe their intentions were good.
Yeah, heart's in the right place. This execution was terrible.
Well, I think the idea itself was terrible. I mean, if you want to do charity, don't do it under the name of atheism, because that opens the door to people who insist atheism's a religion. And I told you to not get me started. But, it's just one of those things. Is like atheism should not have baggage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my. I don't know.
So, but I mean, whenever that sort of thing happens and all of a sudden certain people just become persona non grata and all of that, I'm like, it feels like high school all over again.
Yep.
And I didn't like high school. In fact, whenever a religionoid starts talking to me about, like, like they talk about hell, and how terrible hell is going to be, and I always say, dude, I was in hell for 4 years. It was called high school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're nearly as amused by that as I am, but still.
Yeah, well, they're taking the whole hell thing too seriously.
They take all of it too seriously. I keep trying to sort of change the way we talk about it, and it's caught on a little bit, but not nearly enough. Where I'm like, okay, you preachers are God's PR team. You need to act like it if you really want to sell your product. You can't preach at us like we're already believers.
Yeah, yeah.
That doesn't really land. But if they wanted to, it really should land. And then I'm like, you are God's fan club and you're making Trekkies look sane. I'm glad you've found your favorite fantasy franchise, but there's better written books out there, and with more interesting characters. So, but I think they take that as way too snarky. It's true though, let's face it. Almost every holy book is just a badly written fantasy novel.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then some of it is bad fan fiction written off a bad fantasy novel.
Yep. I don't know. I mean, it's weird how I mean, every denomination or sect or whatever seems to be just like, oh yeah, I like the original trilogy. Well, I like the prequel trilogy. I like this and that. It's like there's so much picking and choosing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm okay with that as long as they're willing to admit it. As long as they're willing to say, yeah, that's what we're doing, I don't care. But they all act like they have the truth. Like the facts are on their side.
The one that gets me is I keep trying to figure out why it is that people hold on to that. That they haven't seen it as the total bunk that it is, or is it something wrong with me seeing it as bunk? Magic is not real. I'm sorry.
I think it's a couple of things. Number one, nobody likes to admit they're wrong, you know?
That's true.
But number two, they're so fucking invested, that disentangling themselves probably seems like more work and more effort and not worth it compared to just going as they always have been, continuing along with all of it, no matter how much they think it's bullshit. And I'm sure part of it is also that, like, they don't want to be shunned by family, or they don't want to, like be mistreated, or they probably don't want a lot of neener thrown their way.
Okay, and yeah, I guess
That kind of thing.
the childhood indoctrination is a big factor, definitely. Um, that's the very, very unfortunate thing that most people pass it on to their kids.
But they had this really strong feeling, and so it must be true.
Well, that too.
Oh my.
That's usually the justification I hear.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I still wonder if, like, if there is, they say, oh, I feel the presence of God and all that stuff. Well, I have to wonder, what that feels like. And is it the same as something that happens to me that I interpret as entirely secular and mundane?
Now, that latter may have a point. There's something called, I think it's what is it, third man syndrome or something?
I don't know.
That's been described in the literature. I've read a couple articles on it, where somebody who is absolutely alone feels the presence of another person. And I guess sometimes it's interpreted as the presence of God, sometimes the
Well,
presence of another human being.
but I mean, not even necessarily feeling like there's another person there. I mean, I've had times where I felt some sort of transcendent specialness. Granted, it was usually like, oh, that was the coolest movie I ever saw, and it's giving me all kinds of ideas, or oh, I'm looking up at the sky and how nifty do the stars look. I mean, I'm wondering if, that sort of profound feeling that I don't interpret as magic is what they're feeling.
Maybe it's entirely possible.
It's like, what is it about a sky that's not yet storming, that calm before the storm, where the clouds have that dark, ominous look, and there's no shadows on the ground? I don't know if there's like some electric tang in the air, some ozone thing, or what, but it feels really special. There's something neat about it, and I have to wonder if what I feel during those times are what they're feeling, and we're just not taking it the same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, Bloggerty. I don't know are the three most powerful words in the language, and you don't hear them often enough.
I don't know. I think the three most powerful words in the language are "I just farted," but that's just yeah. Well,
Oh my.
I mean, you know this about me. I'm a complete child.
Yes, yes.
Looking it up,
This
apparently
is what endears you to me, my love.
that weird feeling you were talking about just before a storm has to do with barometric pressure.
Huh. Well, I
Okay.
like it. I posted a picture to Facebook and Twitter of some clouds right before a big honkin', well, not a big honkin' storm, but quite, it rained like it meant it, damn it. And, like there was no thunder and lightning, but still. And if the clouds had looked like that when I was living in Seattle, I'd never have left.
Okay, okay.
But the clouds in Seattle, I've described them often enough. It was
Yeah.
just a solid, bright ass gray. But there's the picture. Um, Share window, this, there.
Oh, what
It
do we
didn't look
have?
like this. Wow, that is weird. Why is it flashing like that?
Flashing.
I
Oh, it
don't.
was doing it on my end, I guess. But seriously, like if those clouds, if Seattle had been like that all the time, I wouldn't have left.
Okay then.
There's something about storm clouds that I can't quite articulate.
There's the one I think I described already, where I used to live. The way the light reflected near sunset, you would get a golden glow over the apartments behind me, and that golden thing was something I really liked.
Golden showers were your thing. I got it.
Okay then.
Come on. How was I not going to say that?
I know, of course.
But I, I don't know. I wish I could show shots from outside my windows without fear of doxing myself because the sunsets here are amazing.
Uh, um,
Yeah.
What are you looking up there?
the lyric. Oh, Tuesday afternoon. I thought it came from Days of Future Past, but I wasn't sure. The lyric that Shadow Kitty just referenced.
Okay.
Took you that long to type that out?
Uh huh.
Yeah, that's because she never learned to type. She hunts in packs with single fingers.
I have rheumatoid arthritis and my fingers are getting type faster than that.
I never actually learned to touch type formally, but like muscle memory kicked in, and now I type properly.
Yeah, I can't keep my fingers in the correct position for very long. It hurts.
Oh.
You know, that keyboard position you're supposed to have?
Yeah, huh? The bent over.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can't do that for very long. It
Oh,
starts
I never
hurting.
do that. But then I also don't write the way a right-handed or even a left-handed person does. Like, I don't know. Most of the time, my hands are further back than most people's would be.
Okay.
Ugh. I don't know why I'm so tired all of a sudden.
I don't.
I blame the media.
Yeah. I've been playing around with Art Breeder some more, and I was trying to make. What's that ringing?
Oh, that's a message coming in on my phone.
It sounds like the phone's ringing rather than a message coming in.
Yeah, when a phone call comes in, oh my, the phone basically stands on its head with the damn ringtone it has.
Why are you using that ringtone then?
It's the one that came with the phone, and I haven't figured out how to put one on that I want.
Well, why not
Well,
just
I
change
showed
it
you
down?
how.
There's usually other ones on board. It's rarely just the one ringtone. You could probably change
Yeah.
it.
Oh, there are others, yeah, but there's a ringtone that I want, and I can't figure out how to load it.
Right, but if you don't like the
Well-
one that's already there, just switch to another one
Well,
for
I-
temporaries.
I showed you how to do it. You plug it into your computer, and there should be a file, or a folder in there that says there's notifications, and you stick the MP3 file in there, and you should show up on your list.
I tried at one point looking for that stuff, and I'm not sure if it's that I didn't find that one.
Should be right on. Should be right on the thing. So you plug it in. You should have the phone listed like a drive. Click on that. Click on the thing, and then you should bring up a bunch of folders, and one of them should be notifications, and that you stick that right in there. As if it's an Android. I don't know if it's an Apple. I don't know what
No,
you do.
I have an Android. Yeah.
I have an Android too. His name is Bob.
Yeah, I don't know. I prefer Data.
Well, I always thought that was a weird name because, well, it's also a thing, isn't it? You know,
Maybe
hey, data,
Bishop,
where's the data?
or maybe Bishop.
Yeah, but he's not really a bishop. He didn't walk diagonally.
Hmm.
Oof. I am seriously fading. I think I just didn't get enough sleep last night. I think I'm gonna go. I need to collapse.
Do we just bring it down? And yeah, because I'm doing a little fading myself as far as that goes. How you doing there, Mage?
I'm actually doing pretty good.
Um,
Surprisingly, considering I only got a few hours of sleep last night.
all right, well, I'll see you evil geniuses later. Have
Okay,
fun.
honey, you be good. See you Wednesday, I hope. And okay, there we are.
Well, I guess we're gonna close this thing down then.
So yeah, I tell you what. Why don't we? What have we been doing over here? Wow, we've been at it only an hour and a half.
Yeah, not
It
very
felt
long.
It felt longer than that. I don't know. Am I saying a bad thing?
Yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say I've been playing around with Art Breeder here. It's a thing where you take faces and you make faces with a AI.
Oh yeah,
So
okay.
you can also put in your own photos and doctor stuff up. And I was trying to recreate the face of the girl who I dated in high school who died of cancer.
Oh jeez.
I don't have very good photos of her, unfortunately, to work from, so I can't get a perfect, recreation. But this is the closest I've gotten so far.
Do you got a sin? Better get about that.
So far, that's the closest I've been able to get so far. It's still not quite right. Yeah, there's definitely features that are off, but
Okay then. And then that's an AI photograph.
it's generated through an AI.
Wow.
And I just didn't put the photos I had of her, uploaded it, and I was able to doctor it up that way.
Okay.
So if you was go back here, you can see all the stuff to change it around with on the controls. I could add more controls also with this part.
Wolf beef.
That's the thing I used to make the zombie burned you once. If you remember that one a while back.
I think, yeah.
Uh, Kate was Kate was high and was like freaking out over it because it had Freddy Krueger looking thing.
Oh my. Now you got me thinking of Frank Zappa with the zombie woof.
Zombie woof.
Yeah, one of his more interesting songs.
Hmm. Alright, you wanted to close this thing up, didn't you?
I don't know. I suppose we could. I suppose we could. You have anything going on in the near future between now and Wednesday?
Uh, yeah, I'll be releasing another video. Hopefully, I guess I guess I'll have time to work on it now. I got some. Actually, be pet sitting for a friend on Tuesday.
You're gonna
So,
sit on somebody's pet.
I just go and check on our bird, make sure they're doing a 3-day vacation thing, and they just want somebody to come in during the middle of the vacation, make sure the birds got food and water and all that.
Tweet, chirp. Well, no one better to look after a bird than the Birdman over there, right?
Yeah.
And then you, kitty. Oh my, I would like to get my arse out doing some camping, but I don't know. I doubt I'd be able to take this one with me. I don't know. Would you just sit in a carrier while I sat in a tent?
Yeah, I'm not so sure camping with a cat is a good idea.
Yeah, I've been watching stealth camping videos lately, and it's got me thinking about getting out into nature. But I'm not going to be able to do anything for a while yet because the need for dialysis kind of gets in the way.
Hmm.
You're bleeding into a machine for 4 hours every other day. You just don't kind of get out of the house very much.
Sure. Don't just get you a kidney.
What?
Don't ask where it
Honey?
came from.
That's the other thing I need to do. Thank me for reminding me. Look into the synthetic kidney.
Yeah.
As if that would make a good replacement, and it wouldn't necessarily have to go through all of the cross-matching stuff and everything else. That wouldn't be a bad thing.
Worth looking into.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's better than dialysis at least.
There isn't much that is not better than dialysis.
Still waiting for that doctor from the future to give you a pill, huh?
Yeah, huh? Yeah.
It's from
No, those
Star
are
Trek.
nice.
It's from Star Trek, if you're wondering.
Oh, yeah, from the number 4 film, isn't it?
Yeah, with the whales.
Yeah. No, the kids there are nice. I love them dearly, but I'd still rather be somewhere else. Daiu Korostu. Anyway. So, I guess I want to thank everybody who's here. And I want to thank everybody who's not here. You kids keep me going, and I hate you for it. So, what can I tell you? And Bloggerty, please come on by again, please. Love to have you here. Bring back some interesting memories. But thanks a lot, really. And if you kids keep liking this stuff and you keep coming back, then if I'm alive to do it, I guess I'll just have to keep doing it. How's that sound? Okay. And thanks a lot, troops. See you on the other side.